What's up on this Whack-A-Guinea Wednesday? How you ninjas doing? Whacking some guinea yards? Just pulled up at this one right here. Small little guinea yard, ain't nothing to it. I might set you ninjas up over here by the bed of the truck and just do a little recording in the front here. I knock out this yard pretty quick, actually. It's small. I mean, the back is obviously a little bit bigger, but it's a pretty easy yard. Anyway, I have been mowing with some dull blades. Yes, both mowers too. The sgninjas mower and the Bumblebee. Now, how do you know you are mowing with some dull blades? Well, when you have to run over it, certain areas 2-3 times just to cut the freaking grass to, you know, leave a clean cut, you know you need to sharpen some blades. Now, I like to sharpen my blades at least once a week, but that doesn't always happen, ninjas, especially now that I've been going solo. Just haven't had really the time. So I think I'm going on 2 weeks and 3 days. Yeah, so I need to sharpen some blades. Hey, one more thing. As a lot of you ninjas know, we're creeping up on that 50K subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you, man, for just tuning in, checking out the content, subscribing, you know, supporting. Thank you for clicking and watching, whether you like the videos or not. I know my videos don't sit with everybody, but you know, not everybody's gonna like what you do. But I have had a lot of new people come on board, and I have had a lot of questions regarding the whole ninjas ordeal. And why am I calling it the ninjas? You know, why is my channel the ninjas? Why do I always say the ninjas? The ninjas, the ninjas, the ninjas! You know, and instead of just trying to repeat it to several people back to back, I figured I'll just touch on it just a little bit and remind some of you loyal ninjas who've been with the channel for a while will know this answer. But so the whole ninja ordeal, do you know who really pushed for that and who came up with that? It wasn't me. It was you. That's right. The whole ninja ordeal, it was really by you guys. And it wasn't just like one person. It was like multiple people over and over and over. I think like 2.5, 3 years ago, I used the word ninjas one time. And I think what it was is we were timing ourselves on a yard. And I was like, hey guys, because that's what I used to always say. Hey guys, just like everybody else. I'm going to go ahead and time ourselves on this yard. Let's see how fast we can knock it out, right? And I set the camera up and we mowed it. And I think we were really fast on that yard. It was a small little grainy yard. And I came back to the camera and I was like, guys, we knocked this yard out in like 8 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. I mean, it was a small little yard. And I came back to the camera. I'm like, guys, we were so fast. And I froze for just like a few seconds. I'm trying to think like fast, like what? And the only thing that came to my mind was, you know, ninjas. You know how ninjas are fast. You know what I mean? The ninjas are fast, man. And so I said that, I'm never thinking anything about it. And I never brought it up again. But I was like, guys, we were so fast like the ninjas. And I uploaded that video and people just took it, man. They were like, we're the long hair ninjas and you're Sensei Nick. Anyway, so I was like, oh, that's silly. That's funny, you know, but that's cool, whatever. And then I never mentioned it again. This was like beginning of the week. So that whole week I've uploaded like every day a video, and every day I would upload a video. I never mentioned it again, but people weren't dropping it. People were like, what's up, Sensei Nick? We're the lawn care ninjas in every video. And I remember at the end of that week, I was just thinking to myself, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, these people are funny. She's like, what? And I'm like, they're not wanting to drop this ninja thing that I mentioned like in one video beginning of the week. And she was like, well, you know, just roll with it, I guess. If they don't want to drop it, I mean, you know, you're not doing any harm. I said, yeah, I guess I could, you know, why not? Anyway, and from there on has been history. So I just wanted to answer that to some of you who've been new to the channel and tuning in, and some of the ones who have had questions about it. But it's not something that I just planned out and wanted to call it the ninjas, but I like it when stuff like that turns into something, because it's natural. You know, it just happened on its own. Anyway. All right, she's done. This yard is nothing but weeds anyway. Can't have them all nice and pretty. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I've never had any issues with them with payment or anything. They're very friendly, so it doesn't bother me at all. What I wanted to tell you is I don't know how you ninjas sharpen your blades, but I think like a year ago I purchased the RBG 712 and it does phenomenal. Okay, ninjas, I had to put my jacket on. It's so windy and it's been cold this morning. I think it was like, I don't know, mid 30s or high 30s, and tonight it's supposed to be mid 30s as well, and yesterday was high 80. It's unreal. It's crazy weather. But I want to dedicate this video to Tiny because Tiny just hit 75,000 miles. It's actually a little over 75,000 and some change, and I want to go ahead and like do a review, some of the things what have happened to it, what do I think about it, and you know, so on and so on. There's a lot of you who are new to the channel. So first, let's start with this, what it is. This is a 2017 F250, very dirty F250. You can tell the windshield, I don't know how you can tell with the bugs, and it's dusty. I mean, everybody's probably stuffed up right now. I mean, it is really dusty out here. And it's a 2017 F250. It is the XL, only XL version. So they have XL, XLT, and all these other things, and Lariats, and King Ranches, and Platinums. But I ended up going with the XL because I had an XL before. And I told myself, if I ever upgrade trucks, I want to get at least an XLT or higher up, because some of the small little key features that are really important that I would have liked to have is one that I can think of top of my head right now is just like the backup camera. And I know I could probably purchase that, you know, aftermarket and all that, but who has time for that? That's the thing. But the reason I didn't go, and I apologize if it's windy out here. It's windy. That's why I got my jacket on. The reason I ended up, when I got rid of my old 2014 F250, that one was a regular cab, two-door. I ended up going with the XL package again because I ended up changing into a diesel. This is a 6.7 liter V8, and my 2014 was a 6.2 liter gas burner. And so a lot of you already know, but when you go with a diesel, you're going to pay a premium or a higher price. You know, trucks are more expensive because of the diesel engine. Reasons for that is, of course, they're known to last longer, and they're known to tow and haul, you know, heavier stuff. And it's just, so anyway, I ended up making the decision that, you know what, to save a little money, I'll stick with the XL, but I'll go ahead and spend that extra on getting a diesel instead of a gas burner. Now, why did I make the switch? Well, excuse me. The reason I made the switch, ninjas, is simple. Fuel. Fuel was killing me on the 6.2 liter. And, you know, if you have a gas burner as a backup truck, I guess that's fine, because that's something I may end up with. I don't know. But I'm really going to try my best to get another diesel. Because, and again, it depends how much you drive. You know, where I'm at, you have a lot of hills and mountains and things. And what you tow and what you pull. I mean, I'm pulling a freaking, you know, 18-foot trailer or 20-foot trailer, whatever the heck it is right now. 3 mowers on there, sometimes many other things, you know. The bed of the truck is always full with things. I mean, it is always strapped down. This truck definitely never is unhooked from the trailer. So, with that being said, that is why I ended up going with a diesel, because I was going through fuel like crazy. And I'll tell you how much fuel I was going through. With the 6.2, so I fill it up every morning, or top it off, whatever. And then I'll go throughout my day and then finish my day, right? And the next morning before I get started or head out to my first yard, I'll stop at any gas station and I'll fill it up or top it off. And with the gas burner, I was going through 50, 60 bucks a day. Now do the math, ninjas. 50, 60 bucks a day. You know, if you're working 6 days, 7 days a week sometimes, but let's just say 6 days or 5 days even, doesn't matter. That's a couple $100 a week. And so it was really killing me. And I was like, well, I want to try to save that somehow. And I couldn't really, a little bit I tweaked on my route density. That has a lot to do with it. But, you know, I'm doing my best on my route density, but I have a lot of accounts that, you know, I've had for years, and I have relationships with these people. And, you know, I've gotten a lot better in the route density, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to just drop these people, you know, loyalty. These people have been good to me, so I'm not just going to be like, oh, sorry, can't take care of you anymore. And I'm not saying any of my yards are like 100 miles away or anything like that. That'd be kind of crazy. But, you know, I think the biggest, my radius is like 50 miles, right? Roughly 50, 60 miles. That's kind of pushing it, but 50 miles is my radius. And, you know, that's just, and then keep in mind, hills, mountains, things like that. I was going through some fuel. So by switching, paying extra for the diesel, and I'll pop the hood for you and show you what it looks like at 75,000 miles, because I've never washed the engine, the motor. I've never washed it, detailed it. I mean, I washed the truck and detailed the truck and vacuumed the truck, but I've never messed with anything under the hood. So we'll see what it exactly looks like with 75,000 miles of wear and tear. But did I make the right decision going to a diesel? Yes, I did. I'm telling you, if I have a 50, 60 mile day, which is pretty much on average, even though with the fuel prices going up and everything, with a diesel, you get more miles per gallon. It burns slower. So every morning I will stop and top off Tiny. The last couple of mornings have been like 15, 16 bucks, but you know, let's just say 25 to 35. So I basically cut my fuel costs in half. And was it worth it? Yes, it was. It was worth it. If you're getting a diesel for your business, you know, you're going to pay anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 more. If I had this exact same truck and it was a gas burner, it'd be $8,000 to $10,000 cheaper. So you do pay quite a bit up front there, but I think the savings in the long term are really worth it. And not to mention, anything you buy for your business, we've discussed this, mowers, weed eaters, any kind of equipment, trailer, including your truck, it's a tax write-off. I don't care what truck you buy, what brand it is. It could be a Ford, Chevy, GMC, Dodge, it doesn't really matter. They're all gonna have some issues. They're all gonna have some things go wrong, especially if you're working it as hard as I am working Tiny here. This truck never stops running, literally. You know, if I'm off on a Sunday, it basically gets one day off. And here lately, I've been working Sundays too. So every truck will have things go wrong. So let me tell you a little bit real quickly about some of the issues that I have encountered with this F-250 6.7 liter within these 75,000 miles that I have on it. So first, I've had a oil pan leak that got, you know, noticed because, I don't know, the seal went bad, I guess. So let me retract that a little bit. Whenever you are buying a new vehicle, new or semi-new, if they give you an option to buy the warranty, I'm telling you, my personal experience, get that extended warranty. The few things that have happened to Tiny, it all has been covered under warranty. And if I didn't have that warranty, because, you know, the factory warranty is 3-year 36 bumper to bumper and then 5-year 60 powertrain. And, you know, when you're driving and using this, you know, a truck for every day for a whole week, for a whole year, and on, you're gonna go over those miles real quick. So it makes sense to buy the extended warranty. And I'm just telling you like some of the really big things. I mean, of course, I went through some tires. I went through pads and rotors, and I did upgrade the tires. And I remember anytime you upgrade any rims and tires, you're gonna go through a little bit faster through some rotors and pads just because of more weight added to it. But I had to change it. One thing I didn't like about Tiny when I purchased it is, man, it came with some ugly rims and tires. I'm just telling you, like, for a big heavy duty truck like this, I was really surprised that Ford would put some 17-inch all-terrain tires. I mean, they were just so tiny looking compared to tiny looking, I guess they fit him. There's 2 oil pans, so the bottom one had a leak first, and then the upper oil pan had another leak, but not all at once. It was like a separate occasion. But they did take care of both of those. Another thing, going diesel versus a gas burner, yes, the maintenance is going to be a little bit more. For example, just a rough estimate, I mean, I know everywhere it's probably a little bit different, but taking it to a dealership to do an oil change on a gas burner, you're probably looking about 50-60 bucks, give or take. But for a diesel, you're looking about 150 bucks, give or take. So it is a little bit more. Diesels do require a couple other things to keep in, you know, to stay on top of it. One of them being the fuel filter. I learned that the hard way, not gonna lie. It only happened once and never again. So the fuel filter, there's 2 fuel filters. One is underneath the truck and one is underneath the hood. And you have to stay on top of those. Recommended by the book, every 15,000 miles to change those. So here is your 75,000 mile look on a 6.7 liter turbo diesel. This is what it looks like on 75,000 miles. Still looks pretty good, honestly. Like I said, I've never washed this engine, never had a detail or anything like that. This is, you know, what it looks. It's pretty dusty. Now, one thing I did upgrade is the S&B cold air intake right here. It's just you know, giving me a little bit more of a boost and just a little bit more savings on the fuel, and I have noticed that. I got the exhaust on it. There's the tip. That's just a tip, ninjas. That's just a tip. But I did put a new exhaust all the way to right here. Can't mess with any of that. Converters and all that, still under warranty. But it did give me a small little difference in sound, and like I said, a little bit more of a boost in power. So a lot of you ninjas have also asked me, Nick, don't give me that, Nick, why haven't I deleted it? Same thing. If you delete it, you're gonna void the warranty. While it's under warranty, I'm not deleting it. Now, once the warranty is up and I have another truck, possibility. We'll play it by ear at that point and see, you know, what ends up happening. But for now, it's just a work truck, ninjas. When you have just a work truck, you buy a truck strictly for your business. This is 100% write-off, 100% business truck. I'm not, you know, this is not a hobby. This is not something, you know, I mean, I'll do little things here and there, you know, like the cold air intake and, you know, the exhaust, just a tip. I want to ask you something. Everybody, I've always heard, and everybody's told me in the past that, you know, you have to change your glow plugs around 100,000 miles. But when I talked to my dealership the last time I was there doing an oil change, I was like, hey, you know, coming up on 100,000, you know, do we need to change those glow plugs so I can plan on it, you know? And he looked at me and said, are they bad? I'm like, well, no, I don't think so. You know, truck's not acting funny or nothing. He's like, yeah, you never have to change those unless they go bad. Is that true? Because that was a shock to me. I was like, what the heck? I've never heard that. Maybe, I don't know. But I always thought on diesels, you know, glow plugs, you have to change them around 100,000, and that is definitely something you want to take it to the dealership. You don't want to do that yourself. That's a freaking job. And but that's what he told me. I don't know. So some of you ninjas out there are more mechanically inclined than I am. Let me know down in the comments, is that really true? My recommendation is, if you're getting a truck, get a diesel, especially if you're towing a lot, you're driving a lot, maybe you have hills, mountains in your area. But first of all, you get what you can afford. I ran gas burners for many, many years. There's nothing wrong with them. You'll just spend a little bit more in fuel, that's all. But I don't think I want to go back, okay? I know the cost is higher. I just don't think I want to go back to a gas burner. At least not as my main truck. Maybe a backup. I like the power. I'm used to the 6.7 now. I'm used to the power. 6.7s have a lot of freaking power. There you have it. You can hear it. Sounds good. No funny business. Doesn't act up. It sounds just like this, and it sounded just like this for 75,000 miles. One other thing I did have to do is I have to purchase both new batteries. But other than that, that's it. The belt, I haven't changed. That's probably something I'm gonna have to change coming up on 100,000 miles. But yeah, Tiny's been all right to me. Tiny's been a good truck to me. I really like, you know, when I invest my hard-earned money into something that it does what it's supposed to, and you know, it's been really a good truck to me. So anyway, ninjas, I hope you enjoyed. Today's a little bit of a different video, I know, but you know, I wanted to really dedicate one video to Tiny since we are around that 75,000 mile mark, and hopefully it'll help you, some of you out there who might be truck shopping, help you make that decision of whether you want to be going with a gas burner or a diesel. Now diesel also, one other thing, they do require DEF fluid, especially if you haven't deleted it, and it sucks, I know, but as you can see right there, we'll see what I end up going with on replacing it and giving old Tiny a little break, because it's been working really hard for these last 4 years that I've had it, I think. And here's the setup, just knocking them out. All right, thank you. Take care, ninjas. Appreciate you for tuning in for another one. Thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel, checking out, supporting, commenting, liking, disliking, I don't care. I appreciate you tuning in, and you know, stay tuned. Much more to come. I got some stuff going on this weekend too. Peace. Whoop-a-cha! Hey. I wasn't gonna come back, right? We already concluded the video, but I had to share this with you. So I just got in contact, well, somebody reached out to me, and they are a production casting company, and they I'm shocked. Anyway, I just finished this yard, by the way. They want me to come out there in LA, I guess, I think it's LA, and do like I don't know, a TV reality show. Anyway, she said that they came across the channel, they like my energy, they like my what's the word she used, authentic cut. But seriously, what do you think? Should I even pursue this, inquire about this? I don't know. She said also that you know, we're gonna get on a phone call here soon, but she said that also if I know somebody, you know, I guess that is interested as well. I don't know. I don't know the details. Look, bottom line is, I mean, I'm shocked that I even got you know, that they even reached out to me. So anyway, I'll keep you posted on this, ninjas, and see what happens. What you doing, Nick? Tomorrow's Thirsty Thursday. It's Whack-a-Gwanny Wednesday. So I'll keep you posted, ninjas. I had to come back on here and just share this with you. I found it hysterical, but also very surprised, because you just don't, you know, it's not something you get every day, for one, and two, it's not an opportunity like that, or two, it's not something you even think about, right? I never thought I'd ever get somebody reached out to me for something like that. But you know, going to LA, big like Biggie, now we the best in the city. Like big like Biggie, now we the best in the city. Pull up, pull up, pull up, save it green.